Y'all, welcome back to my channel, Quilter Chris. My name is Kristen and I'm so glad you're here. So today we're going to talk about a recent pattern that I did, and it's super cute, and it's by one of my favorite quilt designers. So Camille Ross Kelly, and so otherwise known as Thimble Blossoms. So this is her pattern that I used, and if you watched my video a couple weeks ago, I did an unboxing on what I had gotten from Fat Quarter Shop, and this was in it, as was the charm pack. I think it's One Kitten, something like that. Oh, A Cat Named Stitch is the name of the charm pack. So I worked on this quilt, but I had some things to say about it. So this is just my opinion. I will still buy her patterns. I will still shop at Fat Quarter Shop. Most of this was just me not paying attention, but I would like to bring that up in case anyone else noticed it. So I bought this pattern, and this pattern is a downloadable pattern. So once I purchased it, I had full access to this pattern. Did I print it out right away or read it right away? No, I did not, and that's where I got into trouble. So on this pattern, it even states the size and what you need. It's 13 by 18. The materials needed are 1 charm pack for the blocks and backing, 3 gray fat eighths for the cats, 1 fat quarter for background fabric, 1 fat eighth for the blue border, 1 fat quarter for binding, and 16 by 22 inch warm and white cotton batting. Okay, what kind of makes me upset on this is I went and looked at Fat Quarter Shop's website, and I think I looked at the most popular. I haven't watched one of her videos in a little while, but I went to Fat Quarter Shop and I saw this pattern. My daughter Emily loves cats. I mean, I like cats too. So I saw this pattern. When I clicked on the pattern, it offered me to purchase related items, but it only had one item listed, and that was the charm pack. So I added both to my cart. I didn't read the pattern at that time. I ordered it, everything came, the fabric was cute, done, right? I guess where I got a little upset is when I went to go make this, that there was more required than what is stated. Now, I feel like if Fat Quarter Shop is going to list items that go together with another item, such as if they list a pattern and they're listing other fabrics, then it seems like maybe they should list all the requirements and let you choose instead of just the charm pack. I guess that's what made me the most upset. This ends up being like a mini quilt, and on mine I used up the entire charm pack. As far as a review of this pattern, I've been sewing for a long time, and you would think that that you would pick, when you've been doing it this long, you have some experience, you pick it up like to do like a half square triangle or where it cuts off the corner. It's pretty straightforward, right? Well, it takes some talent, but I managed to mess up just on my own. I did mess up. The hearts are kind of funky looking, and so that is because probably I was rushing through, or I was tired, or I just messed up, like it was just an off day. I have it here in the background, you can see, and then you can watch the video of me putting this all together. I show you pictures at various times. Hold up the completed quilt for you to see at the end. Thanks so much for watching. So today I'm going to work on this. So this is a pattern by Camille Ross Kelly. It is otherwise known as Thimble Blossoms, and it is called Little Kittens. So I believe it's based on her own cat, her own kitten. So I did have the charm pack. I bought the charm pack with it. I think it's called A Cat Named Stitch. So here are these fabrics in here. Now, when I bought this on Fat Quarter Shop, the pattern came up, but I didn't realize that there were some other fabrics. I thought you could do it all with the charm pack, and the reason I thought that is because this is a mini quilt. It's only 12 by 18 inches. This was a pattern that I bought and downloaded on Fat Quarter Shop, and so I printed it out because I'm old school. That's what I like. But you could do it from your tablet or your computer or whatever if you didn't want to print it out. So after I did this, after I got the charm pack and the pattern, I realized I needed some other fabrics for the cats. So I went to my stash. I also needed a background fabric. In this one, she uses, I'm not sure if you can tell, she uses like a white background, a dotted Swiss with blue dots. I don't have that one. And I have a lot of fabric in my stash. So I have the Shine On Rainbow. It's like white on white rainbows. So this is what I'm going to use for the background. Then for the kitties, I have this gray mouse fabric, which I feel like fits perfect. And then I have this Tula Pink black on black for the other cat. And then I will use this for the rest. The quilt does have a border that goes around. It's 1.5 by 21 inches, I think is how it tells you to cut it. I'm just going to use after I cut everything else, then I will cut some of the scraps that size and I'll just make it a scrap border. As far as the backing, I don't know yet. We'll have to see how it is once I have it left. So this is the pattern we're working with, and I have it all cut out. So let me go over it for a minute. So there's 2 kitties. These are the 2 kitties. This is the background. This is going to be the border. I just used scraps. And then it tells you in the pattern to cut up the remaining fabric into 2.5-inch squares. I don't think I'm going to do that. But I do think I'll probably just piece them together to make the backing. So let me get started on this and I'll show you next steps. Okay, y'all, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you liked it. I wanted to show you, this is my completed quilt. And so these are my 2 kitties. As I said, from the charm pack, I made the border, I made the binding, and I made the back. In the pattern, she says to cut up the leftover squares into 2.5-inch squares. I didn't want to do that. But I'm still really happy with it. My hearts, as I mentioned earlier, they are kind of wonky. We're just going to go with it. The nose here is a little bit too big, but that's fine. Strangely, funnily, I don't know if funnily is a word, but I read somewhere, you know, like it was like this cartoon once where someone is showing their quilt and the other person who sees the quilt is like, wow, that's an amazing quilt. And the quilter says, oh, thank you. I messed up here, here, and here. And so I feel like when I'm showing you that, I'm kind of saying that too. Instead of saying, here's my quilt. So maybe we should point out our mistakes less and just, hey, we did this quilt and this is how it turned out, and I am human and make mistakes. Anyway, I hope you like this video. I so appreciate you for watching, genuinely. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.